What's up there, guys? theBolderBoulder here with yet another mock review. And today I'm going to be showing you a Bionicle MOC. And this is Raytahl, the Toa of Light. So, that's basically all the description I really have for this character. He is a Toa of Light. Whether he's the Toa or a Toa remains a mystery, but he's quite a very powerful being. And this is more supposed to fit into the Okoto universe and not so much the Mata-Nui universe. But anyway, that's really all the story I have for this character, so let's get into the review itself and look at the character part by part. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the legs. So there you go. Let's take a look at these feet. Well, they are custom, obviously, and I did not want to use those generic feet that were for CCBS. So, I took a handful of Bionicle and Technic parts to create these feet, and I think they turned out fairly well. Indeed. And right in here I used that friction adder piece to add some more length to the ankle in order for these parts to fit on correctly and to even have articulation in the ankles. And adds a little bit more to the height, and I really like that. So I've got these pieces right down here on the lower legs. These pieces here literally to add detail. And take a look at the backs of the lower legs. Got some of these orange pieces. Got some black pieces right here, once again to add more detail, to spruce things up a bit. And as you may be able to tell right now, as I move up to the upper legs, the color scheme is mainly orange, black, silver, and gunmetal gray. It went together a lot better than I thought it was going to be honest. So right here on the upper legs, I actually added some Technic parts to add more bulk to the design of the figure, simply to make it look better, because there are some limitations to the character and creature building system, so I sort of tried to help alleviate some of those, help it make it look better. And so now we will move on up to the torso. So right here, I've got this CCBS chest piece, but a whole custom body. Now, on this one, I definitely wanted to use CCBS, but wanted to change things up by adding more Technic to add more detail, to give it more of a classic Generation 1 Bionicle feel to it, while also keeping some of that basic Bionicle Generation 2 look. So, a combination of the two, and I think it worked out pretty well. So, this body design took a little while to create. Actually, my younger brother and I worked on this for quite some time, and to be honest, I was originally going to use one of those basic CCBS torso pieces, but after adding little details here and there around the body and Technic and whatnot, it felt too basic to just leave it like that. And honestly, I'm really glad I went down this route, and it makes it look a whole lot better. Very unique build, and I'm sorry I won't be able to do a how-to. It's just, it'll just take a lot longer to do. But anyway, move on to the arms. Both arms are exactly the same as with the legs. And did sort of the same thing up here with the arms. Added some Technic pieces in there to add some bulk to the size of the figure. sort of go larger and then get down to smaller. Added some of these silver pieces because honestly this is a pretty cool add-on part. And I'll get to the sword in just a moment. Let's take a look at the back all by itself. Which of course I added the gear function because it's Bionicle. And it works really great having gears on both sides. That ends up creating a lot of friction. I'm really happy that LEGO went ahead and did that on Bionicle Gen 2 because it works very good. And the shoulders are those paw pieces that originally came out in the Hero Factory series. Must have been, yeah, it was the Savage Planet. But they work very well. And it gets rid of the problem with those exposed ball joints. So now let's get on to the sword. Now this sword, I wanted to look really big and look like it'd be something that not many would be able to wield. Once again, my younger brother actually helped me out with this. And actually, I got some inspiration from the Japanese anime, where they have extremely large swords for such a small person, but yet they're still able to wield it. So I didn't go quite as extreme as some of those anime or manga, whatever the case may be. I did want a larger sword, though. And I got inspiration from the Xenoblade series. The Monado is the name of the sword. Look it up on Google, you'll see what I mean. It's even in the 4th installment to Super Smash Bros. So, check that out, I'd recommend it. And, so that's where the original inspiration. Obviously, it looks nothing like the Monado, but that's where it originally came from. So now that you've seen the whole figure, let's move on up to the head, the final part. So I had to throw in a really cool mask from Generation 1 Bionicle. And the eyes are blue, which I think worked out really great because, I mean, that's one of the colors, well, one of the 2 colors that Generation 2 Bionicle eye colors had. There was blue and green. There might have been a lighter green and a darker green, but still, blue and green, that was it. But anyway, so that sort of fits in with that, but, I mean, honestly, blue is my favorite color. Oh, and one more thing before I finish this off. Got rid of the yellow gear, couldn't stand that, so I put a black one instead. So, maybe I'll do a how-to on the sword if you'd like. I don't know, let me know. So I'm going to zoom back out real quick. Alright. Now we zoom back out. Here's Raytahl in his entirety. Pretty neat looking. Honestly, I think this is one of my neater looking MOCs in my opinion. But I would like to hear your opinion. Do you like this MOC? Do you think there's things that could have been done differently? Please let me know down in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, and like I said, I might do a review or a how-to for this sword. If you're interested, please let me know in said area. So, I believe that's all I have for you. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you again in my next video. So long!